Hey everybody, I'm Ryan McCaffrey with IGN. We are back at 343 Industries, and I'm joined once again by Halo 4's lead multiplayer map designer, Kynan Pearson. Good to see you.
Good seeing you.
So we're here to check out more Halo 4 multiplayer maps. Of course, if you followed IGN in the run-up to Halo 4's release, we were here. We did these tours of all 10 multiplayer maps to get you primed for the game's release. So we're here to do it again with the Crimson Map Pack, which is coming out very, very soon. And you're already going to get this if you have either the Halo 4 Map Pass or you purchase the limited edition of Halo 4. Of course, it's available for purchase separately as well for 800 Microsoft points for the Crimson Map Pack. And Kynan, after that absurdly long intro of mine, what map are we looking at here?
Right now we're taking a look at Shatter. So Shatter is one of our large-scale, it's a vehicle-centric map, even though there's a lot of infantry routes. It's also a very objective-friendly map. You've got some really large bases on the outer sides opposing, so it's a symmetrical layout. So you've got these bases, you have the center area that you can kind of do a cut through, and then you also have the other base on the opposing side, which is a mirrored version of that, so the base. But in addition, we have these little kind of outer, smaller kind of hubs on the outer edge of the map, and gives you plenty of opportunities to have, various locations to go to for King of the Hill, for Dominion.
So this is reminding me, I have no basis for this whatsoever, this is reminding me a teensy bit of Waterworks from Halo 2. Maybe it's just because it's sort of very large, very big team, very cave-like. Obviously there are no legitimate similarities here, but so you were just walking around in the Mantis. What other vehicles are hiding around this level?
So in the Forge palette you have access to the full assortment of Halo vehicles, but generally we've got the Mantis, we've got the Ghost, and I believe we still have Mongooses on here, but I'm not certain if they show up in all of the default game types. But for sure you've got Ghost and Mantis kind of highlighting.
Now this map is huge. And we don't see the Wraith or the Scorpion much by default in the core multiplayer maps for Halo 4. Were those given consideration for a level this size?
Yeah, and in various game modes, those are definitely a possibility for coming in matchmaking. You can also set them up in customs, of course. But based on the tuning of the map and kind of looking at the strengths of the map and constant playtesting, we've whittled down to the Mantis and the Ghost as being some of the more fun vehicles and more strategic vehicles to use on this map.
So let me ask you about the Mantis specifically. Obviously, I know when I play, Ragnarok gets voted through almost every time it comes up in matchmaking, and part of that's because it's a great, great level. But I think part of that too is definitely because it is the one map that has a Mantis in it by default. Of course, you can get one on Meltdown in Dominion, but by default, of course, the Mantis is there in Valhalla. In Ragnarok. So in this map, was it originally planned to have a Mantis in it, or have you responded to its popularity in Ragnarok and decided to include it? Can you talk a little bit about the Mantis as it pertains to this level?
Yeah. So. The great thing about this level in regards to the Mantis is you can definitely hunker down and reinforce areas with it, but there's a lot of nooks and crannies for infantry to go in, so it does take a coordinated team to kind of keep the Mantis protected. We know the Mantis is a lot of fun to use, and we wanted to definitely give players more opportunities to use that in multiplayer and in matchmaking. So that played a role in its appearance in this map. But also, I mean, it was always intended to be here. It's just whatever the opposing vehicles and whatever the kind of objective modes that are going to highlight its use were key in what other vehicles we took out to make room for it.
So on Ragnarok, you've got Banshees and you've got Warthogs in addition to the Ghost to try and help a team bring down a Mantis. We don't have quite all of those luxuries here, so what are the best strategies for controlling the enemy team when they're trying to bring you down with the Mantis?
Well, the great thing about it is, again, there's a ton of infantry routes that are just kind of like bypasses. So if you take a Mantis through this area, there's any number of ways that players can kind of engage this, from being around corners and little pockets, from multiple routes and paths, like coming from up here, being able to focus fire from certain areas. So it's not as wide open as Ragnarok, which gives players more chances to take it on foot, plasma pistoling it, EMP it, or even just running up and jacking it behind.
Yeah, that seems to be the most effective way I've found to bring it down, is just try and get somebody to distract them and then sneak around and jump up and grenade or melee them. But well, it's almost as if that little passageway right there was custom fit. It was designed that way. So talk a little bit about, this is a really pretty level. It's tinted halo green with the lighting.
Yeah.
What's that backdrop out there? What is going on here?
So basically, we're on a crystal dense moon. Got a lot of jagged rock structures. This is open to the sun, so that you've got the vibrant light coming in, pouring in from the background. And then if we walk through to the other side, you have the kind of darker tones on this side for side differentiation. And you can see over here that we've got stuff going on. We also have...
Oh my. Now, internally, do you guys jokingly refer to this as Krypton?
No, that's actually the first time I've heard that, but yeah, good times.
So, what are your preferred? You mentioned Dominion as an obvious one. Just is this really aimed at all the big team objective game types?
Yeah, like CTF's going to work out great. King of the Hill is really fun here as well, which is nice. Extraction, pretty much any of the objective modes work out pretty well on this map. We've had a lot of fun experiences, especially with King of the Hill.
Now it looks like you probably don't even want to jump in here unless you've got at least, maybe 10 players total in your party?
Yeah, I mean, it probably, you could play it 4v4, but there's a lot of range to cover. You'll definitely want to play this, 6v6 and up.
How about armor ability wise? What's going to come in handy here?
That the shield works out really well in this map, just because of all of the various angles that you have on people and a lot of the cover. Thruster pack will get you out of bad situations. Regen field is actually pretty effective. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can do and a lot of strategies you can employ that are slightly different on this map than you would see in the others.
Well, this is another big team objective friendly map in the Crimson Map Pack, which is out very, very soon for Halo 4. For all of the details on the Crimson Map Pack, and of course Halo 4, you're in the right place. IGN, thanks, Kynan.
Thank you.